That's right. It's the morning show right here on KVVB TV, Channel 33, Facebook Live, Periscope TV, LinkedIn Live, and YouTube Live. I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez. It's great to have you with us. On today's show, we got lots to talk about today, lots of bases to cover. A little bit later on, we'll be talking to our returning guest, Sonia Chason, on some legal questions that some of you may have had. Some of you have had, and so we'll be asking some of those live here on the show. If you want to send in your own personal question, she can answer it live right here on the air since she is an attorney. Yeah, sure, I know I give a lot of advice here, but I'm never an attorney and never should I be construed as such. But I think we all know that already. Also, we're going to be talking a little bit about organizing. Yeah, especially with organizing expert Patty Morrissey is going to be joining us about Mercari and what Mercari is doing over there to get you guys organized a lot better, a lot more than I am, because let's face it, we all can. I mean, am I the only one that needs a little bit of organization tips there? What about you, Jesse? We got Jesse Sanchez over there. Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning. No, I could use some organization tips.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know about
horrible.
you, but in school, I was just like the worst at organizing. I think that's where it starts. You got to learn. Like I was good at getting organized, and then for like a week, I was so organized, and then after that, it just went to the dogs pretty much. It's like dogs got in my. Remember like those little not cubby holes, but those things that you would put your like stuff in. You had your own desk. Mine was like a wreck after a week. It was really nice at first, and I just don't know how to get that better. So we're going to be talking to Patty about this and ask some questions about clutter. How do you get clutter free in 2020? And what is Mercari doing over there that will help us get clutter free or more importantly organized? Which, by the way, can I just say one of the best stores I've ever been in, which it's been a while since I've been into, is the Container Store. They have like every container for every device for everything that you have. It is like an organized person's dream. And definitely not a messy person's dream because messy people are weird. We're a bit. I'm going to put myself in this weird lot, and you guys know who you are. Messy people can know exactly where something's at the moment you organize it. We're like, where did you move it? Am I right, Jesse?
No, you're exactly right. My room may be a mess, but I know where everything is in that mess.
Yeah, oddly enough, it's a weird like superpower that we have. I don't know. I think I'm just trying to make an impression over there, which is not working with the lady over there. We also got Take the New Year, New You challenge. We're going to be talking to Valerie Greenbrook around the corner. All that and more right after these messages. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Oh yeah, Breakfast of Champions water. It's nothing like it. Uh, Let's see. Okay, so we got a lot to talk about on today's show, including some really cool stuff. By the way, speaking of cool stuff, CES is happening next week. Can't wait. That means, do you know what the Consumer Electronics Show is and covers, Jesse?
We have 15 seconds, and no, I do not.
Oh, wow. Next week's going to be a smorgasbord of new devices, electronics, stuff coming out, stuff we've never even heard of. It's going to be amazing. Can't wait.
Oh yeah, 2 seconds.
That's right. It's the morning show right here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. Joining our live TV audience over there at KVVB TV, Channel 33, Facebook Live, Periscope TV, LinkedIn Live, and YouTube Live. Yes, it's great to have you with us. On today's show, we got lots to talk about today. We're going to be talking about your questions, especially to attorney Sonia Chason a little bit later around the corner. Also, just around the corner is organizing expert. She's going to be spending some time with us. And I'm just going to go out on a limb and say I need more time than most, by the way. Yes, I do not admire anybody that has to be in my presence because I'm not the best at organizing. But hopefully after this segment, maybe you will find and we will all find some comfort knowing we're not alone, because I mean, if it weren't for us cluttered type people, organizing experts would be non-existent. Am I right, Jesse?
You are absolutely correct.
Yeah, so we give organizing experts a job, something to do, right? But there you
Right,
go. Look, I'm not proud of it. I'm definitely trying to work on it, but there you go. So we'll be talking to her around the corner. Also, Valerie Greenberg's going to be joining us. You know, we talked yesterday about keeping your goals, especially when it comes maybe to fitness. Well, helping us out on that today will be a special expert, Valerie Greenberg. And Valerie is not only a red carpet host, but she's also a celebrity, a lifestyle expert. And she's going to be talking about what some things you could do in order to keep that special thing going, which is, you know, maybe you want to get fit more often than not. So we'll be talking about that and more right after just a few. But first, let's go first to some of the stories that are trending right now. And Jesse, you know, it's all about the Golden Globes. Now, quick question. You going to watch on television, online, or how are you going to go about this? Because you know we got
I'll
to talk
probably
about
watch.
next week when it's over.
Oh yeah, I'll probably watch it online, little clips and stuff.
Okay, so for those of you wondering, again, it is on, as long as you have an internet connection, you can stream the show on NBC Live. Yeah, available to authenticated pay TV subscribers in select markets, or perhaps via the award show Facebook page. That's kind of cool. I'm actually excited about that because I've always said a shared experience is pretty cool, especially when you're not in the same room, but you kind of want to see it with people like on the East Coast, or if you're on the East Coast, you want to see it on the West Coast. So that's going to be cool. Though it's not confirmed yet, the Hollywood Foreign Press Association did stream the nominations. Another option is to simply pull up the live stream on your phone via the NBC app. So there you go, a couple ways to check it out. And now the question, though, is who is going to win the Golden Globes this year? Because we all know, like, the Oscars and the Golden Globes are sometimes a close tie, but not quite. Like, you got one on one side, which will win, and then the other side, it doesn't. I personally really like the Golden Globes, not only the nominees, but usually the winners of the Golden Globes. I don't know about you, Jesse, if you're kind of biased on either side of this coin. Would you say you like the Oscars more than the Golden Globes, or the Golden Globes more than the Oscars?
I'd go for the Oscars a little bit more,
Okay,
but
all
that's
right.
just me.
Okay, that's fine. So the Golden Globes, here are the nominees for those of you tuning in, and feel free to stop me, Jesse, if we got our caller ready to go, by the way. Um, so here are the nominees in Best Performance by an Actor in a Motion Picture. Christian Bale for Ford versus Ferrari, Antonio Banderas. I need to see this movie because I've been missing some good Antonio. I liked Antonio when he was in that latest movie, Expendables. Did you see that? Loved his character. Pain and Glory. Adam Driver, we all know, again, Kylo Ren. what happened there. Okay, if you haven't, go see Star Wars. But he was nominated not for Star Wars, oh no, but for Marriage Story, which I believe is streaming on Netflix, right? I think I just saw that the other day. Joaquin Phoenix for the Joker, hands down, he's going to win. That's all. You don't even have to mention the other ones. Although I think it's interesting that Joaquin Phoenix, who plays the Joker, and Christian Bale, who played Batman, are in the same category. Can we do a mashup of Christian Bale back as Batman? I think we need to. And of course, rounding it up, Jonathan Pryce for the Two Popes, which, by the way, I saw some of the behind the scenes. It looks amazing. So we'll get to more of that a little bit around the corner. But first, please welcome our very own Valerie Greenberg, letting us know everything that we need to know about a Happy New Year, taking the New Year New You Challenge with celebrity lifestyle expert Valerie Greenberg joining us right now. Good morning. Welcome to the show, Valerie.
Hi,
Valerie,
Aaron.
are you there?
Valerie? Hello.
Hey, Valerie, how are you? Let's talk about you're here on the morning show. Quick question. What are some resolutions you've heard that celebrities will be making this year?
Yes, absolutely. So, Aaron, I was just on the Wendy Williams show, and I've got to tell you, it was so fun because we featured this DNA ancestry kit. And Wendy actually told me that she wants to take advantage of getting a customized diet and exercise plan, which is something we can all do with those kits and really just fine tune our health for the year, which is super cool.
Wait, so okay, so you get these so wait, do I have to like do my blood because I don't like needles? Do I have to do like a cotton swab? How does this work?
So, Aaron, I actually can't hear you, but what I can do is tell you about some amazing items and New Year's resolutions. So, fitness is absolutely so important, and you want a plan that you can stick with. So, Climb Mill is my absolute favorite piece of workout equipment from Matrix Fitness, and now they're the first to offer a club-quality stair climbing workout machine in the comfort of your own home. It's going to give you that amazing stair climbing workout. You're going to burn more calories while tuning your body with every single step. It has a 3-console option, and you can choose from a ton of motivating workouts and entertainment apps. And I've got to tell you, it makes that so easy to stay motivated and have fun with your fitness goals. Now, it's my absolute favorite, and I hope you can enjoy it too. But
well, Valerie, okay, so and there are a lot of. I'm sorry. Can you hear me, or are we having a trouble connecting with Valerie? Can you hear me, Valerie?
Hi, hold on. Should I take this out? Hi, can you hear me?
Yes. Hi, Valerie. Can you hear us now?
Yes.
Okay, I feel like I'm on that phone commercial. I'm auditioning. We're auditioning for that phone commercial. Quick question. So, okay, so you just mentioned the really cool fitness. Like, how compact is this? Like, can it fit in your living room, in your bathroom if you wanted to? I don't know, or your bedroom?
So listen, it depends on the size of your apartment, but I think that it can fit in anyone's room. And you have got to make room for something like this. I don't have the exact measurements, but it will fit nicely into a corner.
Okay.
And there is you gotta exercise, so this will be your answer.
Well, and it's funny that you say that because I've been wanting to like really shape up my glutes, my buttocks, so to speak. So I'm sure this kind of does look really good along with the legs and the strengthening of all that. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Yes, your whole lower body. It's amazing.
Now, do you have any other tips for the new year? Especially because, I mean, let's face it, we all kind of get on this bandwagon, which I love the bandwagon, by the way. I try to keep consistent throughout the year, but sometimes people have a little bit of a struggle. Like we start off really well. Everybody's at the gym. January, February, March, it starts to die down. Summer comes around. We all like hit the beaches and that's it.
Would say that diet comes into play too. So working out is so important, and you want to make sure that you're eating foods. So I think taking a great on-the-go snack with you is really the answer. And one snack that you can take with you is pistachios. They can help with weight loss and fitness goals. Healthy fat or after exercise are great to have with you at work or at the movies. They're really salty and sweet. They're satisfying, so you're not going to have any derailed diets. You know what I mean?
Right, right. Well, let me ask you something. You mentioned earlier about Wendy Williams, and I had a question. First of all, I didn't expect Wendy Williams would want to like lose weight. I think she's already like trimming kicking it up with Ford versus Ferrari, which I really want to see still. Hopefully I can see it before it leaves the racetrack. I mean, the motion picture theater. Antonio Banderas, Pain and Glory, Adam Driver for Marriage Story, Joaquin Phoenix for Joker, and Jonathan Pryce for The Two Popes.
Joker.
Wow, drop the pen, drop the pen. I'm glad you didn't drop a mic because sound engineers everywhere need we hate drop the mic, right? Like the moment somebody drops the mic, we're like, great. Do you understand that costs $300 of dropping the mic? Stop dropping the mic. Okay, so there you go. Now in the category of best motion picture, musical or comedy, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which by the way, I wasn't sure this was, did you see this movie? I'm not sure that was either a musical or a comedy, was it?
I haven't seen that movie, but I wasn't aware it was a comedy. I thought it was a drama.
Yeah, I'm a little confused by that. I'm not gonna lie. But hey, whatever floats your boat. One time, kid you not, I think The Martian was nominated for this with Matt Damon. No
Ooh, great
comedy
movie.
and definitely not a musical. I don't know how they didn't even have like a dream sequence of somewhat musical. I don't even know how they got that, and it won because it's like I don't understand that. So Golden Globe. Press people, you're making us look bad. Okay. Knives Out. This is why I don't associate with press people. Seriously. Knives Out, Dolomite Is My Name, Jojo Rabbit, and Rocket Man, which I have yet to see, by the way. I heard it wasn't that great, but I don't know. We'll see. Well, of these, which do you feel should win, Jesse?
I have seen none of those movies, but I have
Yeah.
heard good things about Knives Out.
Which one?
Knives Out. It's a murder mystery with Chris Evans.
With Daniel
Heard it is.
Craig, Chris Evans actually cusses in this, right? Everybody's like, "Oh, the sweater." They like the sweater. I don't know what it is about the white sweater. Okay,
It's like
so all right. You know what? Why not? I have yet to see that. Okay, in the best directing motion picture categories, we have Parasite with Bong Joon-ho, Sam Mendes, 1917, Joker's Todd Phillips, Martin Scorsese for The Irishman, which I don't know. I've heard nothing but bad reviews on that. I've heard like there's moments of good, but it just went on too long. Am I wrong? Am I right? I haven't seen it. It's just the things I've heard. And Quentin Tarantino for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I will say I feel hands down Quentin Tarantino is just a really great director, whatever he puts his hands in. I would be interested to see if he wins, especially over Scorsese. That would be an interesting. But maybe. I mean, I haven't seen these other movies. I do want to see 1917. That looks like a really good movie. I've just been seeing trailers on Instagram because that's the thing now. I don't know if you noticed, but like on your Instagram, you get a lot of movie trailers and things. You're like, oh, I wouldn't have otherwise seen that. Oh, that's on Netflix. Okay. So which of those do you think will win, Jesse?
I'm gonna go for either Todd Phillips or Quentin Tarantino because
Okay.
I really want to see that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood movie.
Yeah, I
So
don't.
as soon as I do,
But
you don't want to
I
watch
have
it?
I have no desire to see it. I don't know why. I don't know why. I think it's because I heard somebody took a young one to go see it, and I said, "Why would you do that?" And I got a little upset by that. And I just have like this whole animosity sort of thing going on. But I shouldn't let that stop me from seeing. I hear it's a really good film. I haven't heard anything about it that it's a bad film. I think it's inappropriate to take kids to. Am I wrong? Am I right? Am I right that I'm wrong?
No, you're right.
Yeah. So, and then there's this one. Best performance by an actress. Didn't want to leave the actresses out of this one. So for Harriet, Cynthia Erivo for Marriage Story, which is interesting. I like this. I saw a little bit of the behind the scenes of how they came together on the special clip. But Scarlett Johansson. So you got Marvel, Black Widow against Kylo Ren in Marriage Story, and nobody saw that coming, right? Like, so I think they go at it like really like it would be cool if they had like a cool extra scene. No, Aaron, no, okay. I'm just saying it'd be cool if Scarlett Johansson went against Kylo Ren. Who would win that, right? Jesse, who would win that? I don't know, but okay. Then for Little Women, Saoirse Ronan, Charlize Theron for Bombshell, which by the way, makeup. This Charlize doesn't even look like Charlize at all. I mean, nobody even recognized her. She looks amazing as the character that she portrays. And Renee Zellweger for Judy. Now, I'm not sure which one looked better than the other one, but I do know this. We need to take a quick break here on the morning show. So when we get back, it's all about decluttering your life. How much clutter do you have in your life? We'll talk about that next here on the morning show. Stay tuned.
Gotta cry to keep from laughing. My eyes are playing tricks on me, 'cause I never thought I'd see you here again. Are you for real or are you acting? Claiming that I'm the best you had, and you wanna go right back to being more than friends. Sorry, I must have missed the punchline. You had the spotlight in my life, but baby, now you're out of time. Ain't it funny how it all comes back around? Comes back around. And ain't it...
All right, so I'm just checking out the social media chat room over there on Periscope. We've got quite a few of you tuning in. Cap Vic, let's see, the Eagle, which, by the way, we have an Eagle DVD, which we still need to watch. Thank you, Tim Harris. OG Rascal, Hopeful Man, White 004. I'm not discriminating. Mountain Mouse 66. Now that's a 10, which, by the way, according to this person, says Dow is taking a dive. Is that true? Is it taking a dive?
Probably.
That's no bueno. Although what I find is usually they take a dive and then all of a sudden they hit rock bottom and then boom, everything kicks in and all of a sudden they buy, right? So I don't know. We'll see what happens there. Something to definitely keep attention to, especially in this very interesting time period that we live in, which I just got some breaking news, which I can't share just yet, but you definitely can listen to it at the top of every hour, ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. That's where the news is at. Let's see, Metaphora, thank you for tuning in. Karen PB Nelson, Gangoni, Ryan Glenn TV, and Naldo Guns. Naldo Guns, that's different than Nerf guns, right? Let's see, in social media on Facebook, we're checking out your comments over there. And it looks like nobody made any predictions in Facebook. Looks like everybody's like, I don't think anybody's seen any of these, to be honest.
I've seen like less than half of them, or less than 75% of those movies.
Yeah, I mean, if like they nominated, I don't know, like, well, I guess they did. They did nominate a couple like streaming shows. So, I mean, that is good for Netflix that like Martin Scorsese's thing is on there, The Irishman, right? I'm sure visually though, I mean, he's a great director. I think it went like 3 hours, and I'm not sure if you want to see these guys for 3 hours. I'm just saying. I just heard it was even my fans are like, yeah, it went a little long. Which, if it were a regular film, he probably would have cut it out. But he's like, it's streaming. I mean,
2 seconds, no comment.
That's right. It's the morning show right here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. Joining our live TV audience over there at KVVB TV, Channel 33, Facebook Live, Periscope TV, LinkedIn Live, and YouTube Live. Now, according to a recent survey from Macari, getting organized, simplifying life, and having a smaller footprint on the environment are the top New Year's resolutions in 2020. Joining us today to help us declutter some of our own life is New Year's organizing expert, Patty Morrissey. Good morning. Welcome to the show, Patty.
Good morning, Aaron. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you for joining us. Look, you are a lifesaver for my lady over there because she is like, my God, can you please get organized? And I'm like, I don't know how. I don't have our very own special Patty joining us in our house to be able to say, okay, let me help you out with that. So can you help me from a distance?
Yes, Aaron, if I can do it, you can do it. I was on national television over 10 years ago for being messy. So I've come a long way, and you can as well.
Oh, you know what? This is good. This is inspiring hope for me. Okay, so what's one of the first things I need to jump on right away?
So the first thing is to recognize that the things don't belong in your life forever, right? So we have a habit for bringing things into our life, but we also need to build a habit for letting things go. So the era of having things and keeping them forever is really over, and we're seeing that. Gen Z is a generation that's much more likely to sell unwanted gifts, and so they're on the bandwagon of selling things more quickly. And so one of the first things that I do when I work with clients is to set up an outbox in their home. It's not just about organizing the stuff more effectively, but it's about making the discarding process joyful and making it routine.
Well, and look, it's funny that you say this because I just helped the little one, which who am I to help the little one, right? But organize his room. So we had like several boxes. We had a donate, we had a to donate box. We had a trash box, and then we had a just a keep box. And we put a lot of the stuff in the donate box, but I'm wondering if any of those things could have been sold online.
Absolutely. And so when donating is a popular option, and a lot of times people feel good about donating the items. They feel like they're helping to raise money for a good cause, and that's certainly true. But only about 10 to 20% of the items that get donated ever get resold. And so selling is not just about making money, but it's also the most sustainable option because you're guaranteeing that the things that you're discarding are finding a new home with someone else.
Right. And I understand Mercari is actually helping people do that. Can you explain what it is they do and how we can jump in on this? Because I got a lot of clutter to declutter, and I'm just wondering if other people want my clutter.
They do because they're in a different season of life than you're at. So it might not be something that you need anymore, but it still has value to someone else. And so Mercari makes it easy for the everyday person to sell. So you don't have to be kind of a professional seller to find benefit. The app is designed for the average Joe kind of user, someone like me, right, who is just discarding a few things a week, a few things a month. As things come in, I let them go. And so it takes about 3 minutes to list something. It's super easy. I set up a little area in my home, and I have a tiny home, so it's not like I have a whole room dedicated to this, just a little spot, a little box. And so when I've decided that I don't want something anymore, it goes and lives in there, and about once a week, I'll go in and take some nice pictures, post a brief description, and then sell it on the app. And so I don't really have to do anything to sell it. It's not like I have to manage the sale. I just kind of sit back and wait for it to be sold. And then once it's sold, I have all the shipping supplies ready to go, and I pack it up quickly and send it on its way. And then I make a few extra bucks. One of the things that I do also to make it a little bit more fun is to write a little note to the person who's adopted my unwanted items and say, I hope you're enjoying this stage of life. I'm done with these art supplies, or I'm done with this kid stuff, and I hope that you're having fun with it. And that feels good as well. So it builds that kind of community aspect of selling to make it more fun and easy.
Well, and I'm looking at the categories you have here, which thank God you have a toys category, because now I'm thinking maybe we should take some of the picture of these toys, except the Legos. Legos, I think they have a whole donating thing that you could do over there. But according to, especially if there's a piece missing, you're like, oh man. But they've got electronics, home, beauty, wow, sports, vintage, handmade, and men and women products as well, shoes. So what goes for top dollar out of curiosity? What is something probably laying around in my house or maybe my mom's house, which I didn't even know would go for some pretty good money?
Yeah, well, check out handbags, any luxury items, things new with tags or, higher quality brand names, kids items, things that are of better quality, like brands like Hannah Anderson, American Girl. Those things do quite well on these apps because they're recognized and they're known for their quality. It also will affect how you buy in the future. So either it's going to change your habits around buying secondhand or buying higher quality items to begin with because you know that there's going to be a greater resale value when you're done with them.
Very good. Now, look, I need a little bit more expert advice, Patty, because you are one of the few of us that have converted from super messy to super clean to where you're actually advising people around the world. I understand you're even let's see, you became one of the first certified KonMari consultants in the world outside of Japan.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So what can some of us that have a problem with, I don't know, let's just throw it out there. Us men, we have a terrible time of laying stuff out versus like hanging them on a hanger. Do you have any tips for us that have a lot of clothes and we're like, or maybe like a waste paper basket to where you could just throw things in, or like how can I be more organized so my lady does not yell at me? Not that she does, but I know inside she does.
Well, there might be some issues there because clutter affects women differently than men. This UCLA study found that the cortisol levels of women was directly related to the number of objects in the home. It did not affect men the same way. And
Yeah,
so
does
when
it?
women are telling me, my husband, this and that, I'm like, well, yeah, you actually are feeling it differently completely. But, this is not a process of, I don't say this is about organizing or the love of organizing. It's really about freedom from organizing. And so making this just a natural, instinctual part of your life. And so one of the key things is when you have things that you love, when you're only left with those items that you absolutely adore, you are going to feel more responsibility of taking care of them. So when you bring home a new shirt, it's all wrapped up in tissue paper, looking beautiful. You don't like throw it on the floor, right? So
No, I keep it
when
in
you're
the
left,
packaging until I wear it. I'm terrible. I don't even hang it up. I have a problem,
you
Patty.
want to take care of those things that you love, and sometimes taking care of our things. Sometimes I don't know about you, but I'm motivated by the example that I'm setting for my family. And so when you think about how do I want to
Valid.
teach my kids to take care of their items, leading by example can really be the way as well. But once you start experiencing the immediate benefits of dealing with your clutter, of having a dedicated home for things, and how it frees up that mental space in your life, that's going to be a pretty powerful reward to keep you going. And, happy marriage is a good thing, too.
I like what you're putting down over there, Patty. I'm going to follow you online as well. Mercari.com. I got to get the app as well so I could just start taking pictures and sell stuff online, see what they're going to buy. I see some pretty cool stuff. We know we got to let you go because we've run out of time with you, but I would love to have you back because I need help. I need a lot of help. Like, seriously, I want to keep our relationship going. So I'm going to need your help, okay, in the future. We hope to have you back soon, okay?
One item at a time. You've got this.
All right. I believe in me and the rest of you that are very cluttered, not friendly. Okay, we got to take a break here on the morning show. When we get back, we've got more to talk about right after these messages. Yes, Patty Morrissey, I really appreciate that woman. She's going to do a lot for a lot of marriages out there because I did not know that. Did you know that, Jesse? That it's like gets to the point where like women actually get their, what did she say? The cortisol gets like heightened because of like too many things. And men were like, it doesn't phase us. Like it just, right? I don't know too many men that it phases, but I mean, I know of some where they become like super crazy about it. I didn't use the C word. I'm just saying they get overly like, dominant about it. Yeah, like kind of like that. But there's not very many of us that do that. I could be wrong. But all right, I'm just going to go to a break because I'm going to get myself in more doo-doo after these messages. So we'll be right back right after this. Download our app. It's free also, KMT, 1490 AM. And while you're at it, go look at Mercari. It's a selling app. All right, we're live here on our commercial break. Hopefully, Sonia Chason can hear us getting it ready over there. Hello, Sonia. Are you there with us? All right, we're still having trouble connecting Sonia right now. We'll get it ready to go in just a minute. Hopefully. If not, she can always call in. Worst case scenario. We'll just have to give her the number. All right. In the meantime, let's see who we got here in the chat room. Dino just joined us over there. Good morning, Dino. And Sandy says clutter causes anxiety. Seriously, I mean, we that gene got turned off on us a long time ago. I think. I'm just saying. Don't know what it is.
I can see flowers.
It's terrible.
Hello?
Oh, I hear Sonia. Sonia,
Hi,
don't drop
Aaron.
any F-bombs, S-bombs, or any
Hi.
other bombs.
Hi.
Hello, Sonia. How are you? Sonia, can you hear me?
No.
We almost had Sonia there. I had her.
Yeah.
All right. Let me know if we're going to connect with Sonia. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can't.
Good morning, Sonia.
Good.
Is that her internet connection or is that ours? That's hers. Can we have her call? Just type in our number 951-922-3532. That way we don't mess up this interview. Okay, just type out 951-922-3532. Have her call in. Please. Here, I'll text her too. All right. Do we have, did you add the call or did you like replace the call? Sorry, people. Oh, she tried calling in. Oh, that's not good.
Okay, I'm not freaking out. It's we got 30 seconds.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Jesse. We got you back.
I just keep rotating the commercials. I'm like, oh my
I
God.
just texted her. She should be good to go. But yeah, she might be calling in, Jesse.
Okay, I'm watching the phones.
Yeah. And Brenda, it's 951-922-3. All right. Sorry, you guys are seeing me like have conversations that aren't there, but if you heard what was in my ear, you would understand. That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET, 1490 AM, joining our live TV audience over there at KVVB TV, Channel 33, Facebook Live, Periscope TV, LinkedIn Live, and YouTube Live. I don't know about you, but I learned a lot on that last segment, which is just declutter your life, right? And get things organized ahead of time. And now that I know, it actually like makes my lady kind of like even more anxious on a biological level. I just thought, quite frankly, it was just something, I don't know what I thought. I'm going to stop talking there because I know I'm going to get myself in trouble. But there you go. Good news, right? For a lot of us men around the world, biologically, it's a study shown. Cortisol gets like more anxiety. So, and in social media, Sandy agrees. She says clutter causes anxiety. Again, I think the ladies more than the men. I'm not saying none of us men don't have that, Gene, because I know some do, and I know some will probably call in and say, "What? You need to be more clutter-free, resistant," or whatever they say. But look, I'm just being real with everybody. I'm trying to be real. And speaking of real, somebody that's very real, somebody you want on your side of the law is somebody that we call a dear friend. Sonia Chesan Perez is here with us answering your questions. Good morning. Welcome to the show, Sonia.
Hi, Aaron. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yeah, that's right. Lots of stuff to talk about, including legal advice. Look, I'm always the very first one to go out on a limb and say this. I've got questions that need to be answered. In fact, I got a list of questions that have been sent in by some. Hopefully you can answer some of these for us. Are you ready?
I don't know. Let's see.
Okay.
Ask the question.
So here's one from obviously a very troubled parent who asked this: can I be in trouble for my child's criminal behavior? Which they didn't go into details as to what the criminal behavior was, but at what age does a parent, like, they're still responsible in the event that something happens, and what age is it not? I don't know. I like how you answer that type of question.
Yeah, that's a loaded question. I guess maybe since we just passed the holiday season, what comes to mind is if a parent has a party and there's alcohol available and they know that minors are there, and say that minor goes out and is driving and hurts someone, then they could potentially be liable for that because that's called foreseeable that risk. So they could. And anybody under age 18 in California is a minor.
Really? So okay, so wait, hold on. So we're responsible for an 18-year-old if they get in trouble with the law financially?
You can if they under the. I mean, everything is fact specific, but you can if you had some part in that. In the scenario that I raised, I said there was alcohol available and the parents knew there was a party and that the minors were going to be there and that alcohol was available, so they could.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so that's good to know. Now, look, I understand, especially when it comes to driving. Now, minors under the age of 18, sometimes they'll have restrictions. This is a new thing. They didn't have this when I was young, I don't think, or I completely disregarded it, which is like a special law which you can't be driving after a certain time. Now, let's say said minor gets in trouble with the law. What should they do? Should they like just go ahead and like show up to court and plead guilty? What how do we answer these things? Do we just say, you know what, guilty, done? Because I hear a lot of people claiming innocent, but I don't know what. Like, you're an attorney, you advise your people what do you
So
take. I don't think it's the same thing as like a plea case, right?
Well, if you say you're guilty, then you would enter a plea, so it would become a plea case. Again, everything is fact specific. So, but in general, I would never advise someone to plead guilty because the burden under our system of government is the state's responsibility to prove that you are guilty. You are presumed innocent. So why would you make it easy?
Got it. Well,
system.
there's a lot of look. Here's what I find happening a lot right now, and I could be wrong on this, but because marijuana is legal at certain ages, right? And there's still a lot of specifics to the law that are a little in the gray area for a lot of especially minors. Minors are completely like out of touch with reality on this. If you get caught with marijuana, like let's say in your vehicle, because they do these like spot checks at schools now, but like what could be the potential harm? Or what's the advice that you can give that young one, which is basically stay away from the marijuana?
Well, interesting because you said schools, but schools are divided into public schools and private schools, and public schools have immunities, so they are protected, and they can take but they can take action against a child if they don't follow a rule. The general perception is that marijuana is legal now. Marijuana is still under the federal law not legal, and it's being used when people go to these doctors and they use them for medicinal purposes. But what's happened is that there's a policy now that the government is not going to prosecute people if they have just a certain amount of like personal use marijuana. So you should be pretty safe then. But if you have a large quantity of marijuana, you still can be prosecuted for selling drugs.
Got it. Okay.
Under the federal, you could be tagged just with a federal charge, which is obviously much harder. They're a mandatory minimum sentencing, and it's a whole host of other things. But in private schools, I would follow the rules there because you can be expelled for using marijuana, even if the same way that you would be expelled if you would use alcohol. You can't when you're in.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing, because we find, like, ones that go from they turn 18, they're like, yeah, I'm an adult, right? Because you still got under 21 laws. Am I wrong? Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's under 21 laws. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
So
You're not wrong.
have you ever heard of like a freaky case involving a minor under 21, either drinking or driving or anything like in that same category?
What do you mean? If you're under 21 and you were drinking and driving?
Yeah. Have you heard of any cases that like got thrown out, or like based on some lack of evidence or something? Because you said earlier, like, don't plead guilty because they have the proof of burden. In fact, what I find is a lot of like kids talk too much when they're said, you have the right to remain silent. Is there any advice that you give any one of us? This could be young ones, minors, adults. What's the rule of engagement in the event that, I don't know, I'm driving without a license, for example?
Well, I mean, there are lots of reasons why you might be driving without a license, but if you're being targeted as a suspect, or you perceive that you may be charged with a crime, and the police want to talk to you, my advice is always don't talk to the police without a lawyer. The police are not there to help you. They're there to gather evidence against you. Everybody has seen it in the movies, and it's been repeated a million times. What you say can and will be used against you. It will be used against you. And I don't know how many times I have seen or heard clients say, I didn't say that. But it's written in the report, and it's hard. It makes the case a lot harder.
Now,
What you think you said. Sometimes the police just go after the easy target, and you might be the easy person, and you open your mouth thinking you're going to convince them that it wasn't you, because it wasn't you. But that rarely ever works.
Well, and you see a lot of type of cases, including discrimination cases. How can you prove that it was a discriminatory like stop or a charge? Can you prove that? And if not, like, what should you keep in mind if perhaps you feel you're being stopped based on discrimination?
You mean based on race, or is that what you mean?
Correct.
Well, okay. First, I mean, as a lawyer, the first thing you look for is there a reason that the police officer stopped you. They can't just stop you because, like what you're saying, driving while Latino or whatever, or driving while black is, but they do. Very difficult to prove. So a lawyer always looks for probable cause. If there's no probable cause, there's no reason to stop you. You didn't run a red light. You were following all the rules, and they still stopped you. Then that's how you would fight the case. And sometimes you just know something and you can't prove it. And that, in order to prove it, unless you have somebody who is openly hostile and starts saying something discriminatory, like, hey, I saw you and you're the only,
Right.
Well,
Unfortunately, Sonia, we've run out of time. I hate to do this to you, but before I let you go really quick, and there's probably no short answer on this, so I'll keep you through the break, but really quick, how do people get a hold of you? What's the best way to get a hold of you, Sonia, if we need some legal representation?
You know what? People can call me. You have my number there, but I have a Facebook page, and that's the best way to contact me is on Facebook. I also am on Instagram on Abogada Sonia, which is another word. It's lawyer in Spanish, but
okay. Yeah, I was going to say that's not hard to spell at all, by the way. Okay, so we got Sonia Chase on. We got to let our radio audience go. Sonia, just stick right there. We'll be right with you just a minute. Everybody else, download our app. It's KMT 1490 AM. We got to let you go. Make it a great day, whatever you do. Remember, life is worth living, so live it well. And if you get stopped, call Sonia. Jesse, take it away. Okay, I can't hear Jesse either, by the way. Okay, so bye-bye, Jesse.
But
Okay, so there we go. All right, so we still got Sonia. We got it like a minute left. Sonia, do we still have Sonia there with us? Oh, that's right. I can't keep Sonia. That's right, because then that's probably why he was trying to stay on. Okay, well, anyway, call Sonia Chase on. Can we put her information right up there really quick? Here's her number. Again, for those of you wondering, how do I get a hold of Sonia? It is at 310-773-8788. That's 310-773-8788. Although I do find people are more than likely to just like Facebook message people, right? You'd rather like send a quick message, see if it'll get answered, but maybe get a special consultation. Look, when I got in my car accident, I called her immediately. I got a lot of great information, and she recommended me to another attorney who took my case because she didn't have the time, but she gave me a great attorney, and I ended up coming out like much better than I had gone going in. So there you go. Look, I really do recommend Sonia for a lot of things. I've told a lot of people to actually call her, and whether they do or don't, that's on them. But I can tell you, if you got a legal question or legal advice, she knows a lot of legal attorneys, by the way, so she can help direct you if she can't even help you. All right, we appreciate each and every one of you for spending time with us here on the morning show. Thank you for making it a great one. We'll see you tomorrow on the Hollywood Social Lounge right here on the same station at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Facebook Live, Periscope TV, YouTube Live, all of them. We'll see you. Bye-bye. Make it a great day. Bye-bye, everyone.